Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world, and welcome back to another video. And of course, it's a weighing video. So, yeah, how's the week been? If you've seen my little update video yesterday, you'll know that I've been on that little Slimming World program of eating just their meals for the week with extra veg and fruit thrown in just for good measure. Yeah, week's been good. Woke up this morning, felt pretty good in myself, I have to say. And it's not only just because I've been back in work, which is a highlight of the week sometimes. But yeah, felt good, felt great. Went into group. Obviously, the banter always starts. Group is great. Really is a good group. Everyone just gels, gets on, and you know, if you're late or if you miss a week because you're on holiday and you go to a group the following day in the same building, yeah, you get a little bit of flack for that as well. But yeah, it's one of those. It's one of the nice things about group. So not only is like the image part of the group, like the group chat and talking about how the week's gone and what do you want to do for the following week and any plans and things like that. But actually, it's a good social group, really. Everyone, you know, picks you up when you're down, and if you get too far ahead of yourself, they say, now, fatty, I'm going to beat you up and take you outside and, you know, thing you off a post. They don't. It's not that bad. It's not Team RH or Weight Watchers. No, Slimming World is great. But anyway, stood on the scales and 5.5 off. So £5.5 or £5.5, whichever you want to say. Almost a half a stone. Yeah, so that little gain that I had last week from my holiday has gone, which was £2.5. I've now lost another £3. So, what does it mean for me? Well, I'm a little bit lighter than I was this time last week, but it also means that the week of doing Slimming World free food and adding loads of speed, along with obviously fruit on a morning for breakfast, does work. I actually mentioned it in group when it came to my part of the round table discussion, and you know, it's kind of the reason I wanted to do it was to take out that food noise. I'm sure like we all get it, you know, we all get that. When I know we shouldn't think of it as a diet, but a lot of us do, and then we're constantly thinking of food all the time. You know, it's kind of like, I'm having that for breakfast, that for dinner, how many sins, how many this, how many, can I work out, do this? And I just wanted a week of not really thinking of it, and that's what I've done this week. Like, meal choices have been simple. I've just opened my freezer, pulled out a meal, got the veggies, cooked them, put it with it, and I haven't had to think about food, which, if like me, you think about food all the time, or you work in a place that serves food all day long, foods are always kind of at the forefront. Like, I'm in the cafe now. Today, I've had an apple for breakfast. That has been it. I'm just about to have my second Diet Coke of the day. I was in here at 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 3:15. So, you know, it's because I don't really want to eat. I don't want to think about it. I just want to do my own thing, and I feel just a hell of a lot better. So subdued those food noises, and yeah, Slimming World meals are free food, apart from the odd one where it's got healthy extra A. I think like the mac and cheese one is like one healthy A choice, which is fine if you're not eating really anything else, and you're just gonna have it with veggies, not a problem. But yeah, it's been really good for me this week. I'm just happy. I just really am happy. I'll just have a little squeak. Yeah, so for the week ahead, what am I going to do? Well, I've got a few Slimming World meals left. So tonight I'm going to have a curry and rice. It's the chicken tikka, Slimming World. Tomorrow I've got the pea and ham soup, which is still left, and I've also got I don't want to get it wrong in case if I do a video on it. I've got another one. Chicken and black bean sauce. I knew I'd get there. So yeah, weighing day and tomorrow, Saturday, meals are sorted. Don't really have to think about too much there. Sunday, I'm thinking of going live. And doing a Slimming World meal out of one of the books. So I know I haven't done a cooking live in a while. But yeah, now the kitchen's back in and I can get cooking again, I don't see why not. But in terms of the week, there's one or two videos that I want to try and record, but I think the rest of it is probably just going to be Slimming World meals. I've just really enjoyed the fact that I haven't had to think about it. It's kind of, when you're busy on the go thinking of food, like not just here cooking food and serving people and then doing the dishes and putting it out and making sure, I've got then the extra thing of doing the inventory, doing the stock, and then going shopping and going to the warehouse, and just constantly food all the time. So if I can just not think about what I want, it's helping. So yeah, the way forward is the majority of my meals throughout the week is going to be Slimming World free food. Still getting the body magic in, still doing the chair cardio. They're really helping. So doing them each day, ramping up the, putting the extra steps in, the chair cardio, instead of just doing the little flimsy stuff, like really giving it some gusto, gets the heart rate up, gets you sweating, gets you really motivated. And I really enjoy that because I finish doing them and I just feel great. The endorphins, or the little dolphins as some people say, are really helping me along at the minute. So yeah, I'm probably going to do that. I've put down that I want to lose £5 for next week. The reason for that, it gets me down to a new stone category, and then I will only be £5 away from my Club 10, which is 10% of the body weight I started when I started Slimming World, which is great. A lot of people get their Club 10 a lot sooner, but when you're really fat like me, it takes some doing, because the fatter you are, the 10% is much greater. So I'm kind of glad I lost 7 stone before I joined. Otherwise, I'd be for the next 3 years trying to get me Club 10, probably. So yeah, I've had a super great week. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I will go live on Sunday. I might do the, and it's new on the app, it's the Indian meatballs. And the reason why I might do that is the group that's with my consultant, Mandy, in the other group, it was her recipe and she won the festival, free food festival this year. And that has now gone live on the app. I think that went on last night. So I might do that because I know it's already good. Because obviously I've already had a taste. But yeah, I might do that on Sunday. I will then do another video throughout the week. Like I said, if I keep these, just the free food and loads of speed together, I'm not bothered about sins. I know people say use your sins. I'm in a place where at the minute I don't really fancy using any sins. Like, I've got no interest in having anything other than what I'm kind of eating. So yeah, it's always good to use your sins like they always say, but I'm just not going to. Don't need to. I'm still at the weight where I'm thinking, you know what, I'm heavy enough. I need this to treat it at the moment as a diet. The lifestyle elements and all that will come in to play further down the line, but at the moment I need to get down to there, and the best way to think of it is a strict regimented diet for me. So yeah, I mean, telling me that I've got 35 sins to use in a day probably isn't that great, because it kind of just puts that little noggin in your head where you think, oh, you know what, I can have that. And then, you know, whatever you have, bit of chocolate leads, oh, well, you know, that was only 2-3 sins. I'll have another one. I'll get another one. Doesn't matter. I'm well within my sins. And then before you know it, I'm like 70 sins over, and I'm thinking, flipping, I've had a kilo of chocolate, but, you know, it's 2 days worth of sins. Why not? So yeah, I don't want to think like that. At the moment, I just want to nail it, get this weight off. I've already told them that I'm getting slimmer of the week next week. I'm getting slimmer of the month for me. There's no stopping that. I'm going for it. Yeah, positive, and all is good. I've rabbited on way too much. I thought this would be over in about 5 minutes. Bloody hell, 13 minutes. I'm getting as bad and as long as, you know, Nikki in a vlog, and it's just my weight and things like that. Crikey. Anyway, they're just some of the ones that I do watch. I do watch a lot of Slimming World ones. I may not comment all the time, but I do watch them. I binge watch weight loss stuff because it helps me. It's like a Slimming World image session all throughout the week, which is pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to love you all, leave you all. Hope you all have a fantastic, terrific and productive week. Stay positive. Whatever the scale said, forget about it. Move forward, and you're going to knock it out the park on your next weigh-in. So have a lovely time. The weather next week is going to be a scorcher. So for any of you that really do like to get out and about, take full advantage of it, because it's probably not going to last long, especially up here in the northeast. You know, North Yorkshire, when it says 22 degrees, you want to be out. So get out there and do it. I'm probably going to go on walks after work. We're back to full time frame next week. So there's quite a few 5 a.m.s till 7 p.m.s. But the other days, I'm going to knock it out the park. So anyway, from me, from an empty calf because I've kicked them all out, I'll say adios. Catch you next time.